Hey buddies, welcome to AmassGames. My name is Simon. This is a game called Kavango. This is a game that is coming to Kickstarter, and I happened to see some various promotions about this, and it just seemed really interesting, mainly the artwork in particular, which happens to be by the same person who's designed the game. I personally give this artwork 10 out of 10. I know someone else has said it's dull, but I think that's got the whole golden hour going on. I think it's very detailed. I very much like animals, and this looks very interesting. So this particular game, it takes 40 to 60 minutes, we can see. This is just an unboxing, teaser, trailer, preview, over video. If you want to see my full video for how to set up, play, and review, check out, of course, make sure you hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, and of course, do let me know in the comments the best in YouTube. Any updates, as always, please make sure you check those comments in YouTube, as well as heading through to the full description in YouTube, where you can support the channel via Patreon. There's occasionally competitions, but they are time sensitive, so they do disappear via Linktree. Also head through to Instagram, where there's loads of photos for this already. And as you can see, it's a prototype. As you can see, the QR code is not there. We do not have distribution information. Very cool stuff that you'll find with prototype games. And if you want to see my full video for actually how this game looks with the deluxe edition, with whatever extras this may well come with, then do, of course, hit the likes button, subscribe button, and the notification bell, and of course share. So this game, if you like Wingspan, if you like Terraforming Mars, if you like games such as Ark Nova, well, they all have a sort of environmental theme, in fact they all do. But if you want more wildlife, so probably not something like Terraforming Mars, this is the game for you. So this is at the central board, and this one is smaller than your player board, and how you can see individual notches, which is very cool. So recessed boards, so things that get knocked for climate protection. My background is in environmental biology. I have been a whale researcher as well, amongst other things, so this is very much interesting for me. This was at UK Games Expo as well. These are very cool little banks and trays and stuff. Card sizes, these look like they might be mini Euro sizes. So I do have a sleeving playlist that's going to go in there, probably 45 by 68 millimeters. What else do we have in here? Obviously tokens. Everything here is a prototype. Things will change. In terms of review, when I do give one, of course, that's based on what I've got, which might differ from the final result. I'm sure things will get improved should they need to be. So what I do know about is how big these huge boards are that everybody plays with. Now, in terms of those other three games I've mentioned, I all give them a very good rating. Now, for me, that's a 7 out of 10 at least. And it happens to be that my average rating from 2,365 plus games is about 6.4. So if you want to know how much I rate a game, just remember that I am quite a hard rater, as someone has stated. In fact, the owner of the company that made Stronghold Games and brought it to life said so in person. So here we go, individual boards. Each board is slightly different with what they do. So as you can see, we all have a different layout, bit of asymmetry going on here too. So in terms of space, I've been told you might need like 120 centimeters by 90 centimeters. This table in particular, so I have worn out two prior board game tables, that is 85 centimeters across. So you can play this solo, it's a 1 to 5 player game. I think it might be best, or might work well as a 2. I've heard head to head it works well. I have looked at other reviews on boardgamegeek. Now, in terms of ratings, there are 31 ratings at time of recording, of which 15 gave it 10 out of 10. I've looked it up, and every single one of them have only ever rated one game, which was this, and they then disappeared off the face of the earth, which is highly suspect. So, based on everyone else's opinion, including somebody who used to be my boss, they like this game. I've looked into actually games that they really like, and they do like, in particular, games such as Terraforming Mars, as I said, Wingspan, and Ark Nova. So these are sort of laminated cards. So again, this is just prototypes, but it's kind of show you basically what the manufacturers produced, and if they like it, then they can produce it again. Those feel nice, which is good. Again, this is not going to be how to play. Remember, you have to check back the other video, but check out my other playlists. Obviously, this is going on unboxing, teaser, trailer, preview, overview playlist. You'll also find it in AmassGames playlist. It's going to go in a family weight playlist as well. But check out the how to set up, play, and review playlist, of course. So, lots of different cards, lots of different objectives we can work towards. There's drafting in this game, there's closed drafting. Every piece seems nice. Again, you've got say wooden things here, but or thick piece of pressed cardboard, so it's going to be slightly different. I do not know who the manufacturer is. I don't know if they're going to change the manufacturer. I do have lots of experience with lots of different manufacturers. Easy to learn, hard to master. I feel that first-time publishers often say that, which is fine, but it's more about, I think, the individual should be discovering that. Here are these various different roles that you can play, which seems very cool. I like the way that they've actually played out different ways in which they've tiered them, which is quite cool. So there does seem to be a fair amount of variety. Again, like those other 3 games I've mentioned for a 3rd time now, we've got these various tags that you can use to try and find stuff. You're trying to probably hunt around and find what you need. Now there's poaching in this game, there's various other things, conservation, so there's lots of things which, again, from an educational perspective, it seems really cool. So I'm just going to come back to this. So again, this is just one-sided. I don't know if there's any opportunity to the other side. Now I think the company is based in Edinburgh. I think they've been to Botswana, which I think is yet to go there. But I've been to a country quite near it, and it's extremely dusty. Africa is one of the most dustiest places in the world, as maybe you may well understand because of the humidity levels. But yeah, it's very interesting. So here we go. We have a rule book. It looks like it's 24 pages. I look forward to going through that. Again, there's a solo element as well. I've heard you shouldn't really try and solo it first and foremost though. So I'm going to try this as a 2 and as a 3. I might even try it as a 4 and a 5 as of this week, and seeing if there's any preferred player counts. You have individual bags as well, so we can have a quick look at these. And I will be at SPIEL.digital, so you'll find me there. Very tiny bags. Now, some people generally like hand-sized bags. I generally also prefer them because you're trying to fiddle out and having basically chopsticks with your fingers. So that could be something they change. Again, down to costs, I don't know how much they are choosing to charge for this game, and therefore consider that. Colour wise, I like obviously last name being lavender. I like the fact that lavender is a colour, so I can start off playing that initially. I do like these animal meeples. Now technically the word meeples, which is printed in here, again it's the plural because it's my people, so that's interesting. We have a die, so we can do a dice distancing video to see how far dice roll and whether or not we need a dice tray, so check out my playlist for that. This is going to go in there too. Very nice looking animals. Again, these look very much as what we see here, giraffe, zebra. We've got elephant and some lions. So it looks very cool. And of course that looks like an anteater, perhaps, and a rhino. And yeah, some hippo, and then tortoise and stuff like that. Cool, well there we go. That has been Kavango. I hope I've pronounced that correctly. You are becoming a conservation expert and building a thriving nature reserve. It's a very cool, very good premise. It seems like it's going to work well together. I look forward to checking it out and getting back to you. But for now, that's just for you to see the components. Back to the table.